Transport and Allied Workers Union Satawu is opposing plans to privatise Transnet. The trade union claims the move is riddled with corruption and will only enrich those in power, leaving the working class poor and destitute. This follows a presentation by the CEO of Transnet, Portia Dabi, in Parliament last week that detailed such a proposal. Well, let's discuss their reaction further. I'm now joined by the Deputy General Secretary of Satawu, Anele Kiet. Anele, good afternoon. Welcome to today, and thank you very much for joining us here on eNCA this afternoon. So you're not happy at all about this proposal?
Good afternoon to you and your listeners, Proten. As Satawu, we are totally rejecting the proposal by Transnet management to privatise Transnet for obvious reasons, Proten. I think we've been consistent in our position as an organization that privatising Transnet will be in the detriment of workers whom they didn't even play part in putting Transnet in the situation that it finds itself in.
But in the situation that it finds itself in, how do you think it could improve its affairs to the benefit of everybody rather than privatise?
Perhaps maybe I used the wrong word when I said a situation that it finds in, Pretend, because where we are seated as an organization, based on the information that was provided by the very same management to us, we don't see any crisis in Transnet, but we are seeing people who are hell-bent to privatize so that they can be able, or so that that process can be able to benefit their master.
And who the master would be?
No doubt, Praten, that will be one minister and one minister only, Private Gordhan.
So you're having a problem with the privatization because you believe that Pravin Gordhan will benefit?
No, Praten, we are having a problem with privatization. You know that we are saying that as a union because we have experience of South African Airways. We fully understand what does privatization bring to the table. It brings jobs shedding, and we cannot support that as a union, especially for an entity like Transnet that can be able to sustain itself.
But Transnet says it's not making profits at the moment. It's facing financial challenges, and a way out would be to privatize it.
This is the very same Transnet that announced its 5 billion profit per day. Who are we fooling here?
So you believe that somebody is being economical with the truth?
Definitely, but then that's why there are no longer consultations with the labor unions at this point, because on the table, when this issue was introduced, we indicated that we are rejecting this because this institution called Transnet has never declared any loss of income. So what prompts the business to want to privatize? And when we look on all the reasons that possible reasons that are there, based on the experience of SAA, but then we'll continue to say that we are saying that this privatization is wanted by the master, and they are hell-bent, the servants are hell-bent to make it a point that it does happen so that the master can be happy.
If not privatization, in order to improve the fortunes of Transnet, which is what management is proposing, what do you as a union think would assist in helping Transnet to remain profitable and grow and make sure that there is employment for everyone?
Let's start by checking, Brandon. Is Transnet a business to make profit, or Transnet is there to make it a point that it serves the interest of its shareholders and the public in general? And you will give me the answer then of course it moves to the next question, to the question that you are raising, that if Transnet is meant to serve South Africans at large without necessarily focusing on making profits, then all parties that are involved in Transnet are supposed to sit down and come up with ways. We have proposals in mind as an organization based on our experiences and the experiences that we gain by interacting with our counterparts globally. But unfortunately, there's no platform for us, to meet and discuss these issues.
Okay, I'm going to answer you very briefly, but we don't have enough time to discuss it. I would think even a state-owned enterprise does not want to run at a loss. It wants to be fulfilling its mandate while being in the black, which means while making some profit. But the other issue you've raised publicly as Satawu is concerns that such a privatization proposal might open the door for corruption. What are your concerns there around corruption?
But then, again, I will raise the issue of South African Airways. When there were discussions with trade unions around privatization or restructuring of SAA, there were commitments made by our own government that certain percentage would be given to the employees. They will be assisted to make it a point that they gain that percentage so that they have a say, they can have a say with the expertise that they have in running the airline. What happened then? We find out that businesses that were given first preference to buy SAA, there are some people who have, in whatever form or way, ties with those companies. And with the situation of our country when it comes to corruption, we are in no position to trust anyone when it comes to privatization. We believe that public entities must remain in the public hands so that as and when there are challenges, we can be able to raise voices because they are not owned by individuals.
Thank you very much for your time and explanations of your position as Satawu, that's the Deputy General Secretary of the Union.